Hello, I'm Leanne Shea, Aviation Week's Executive Editor for MRO and Business Aviation, and welcome to Aviation Week's Fast Chat. Today we are talking with Andy Robinson, who is Senior Vice President, Customers and Services for Business Aviation at Rolls-Royce. Andy, welcome to this Fast Chat.
Thanks, Leanne. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Today we're talking about Rolls-Royce's corporate care network. So first question, Andy, what does Rolls-Royce's corporate care network consist of, and what changes have been made recently?
Yeah, thanks. Great question. Our corporate care network has been developed over the last 14, 15 years. So 15 years ago, we recognized that services is a very important factor for business aviation customers, and we wanted to be recognized as the best in services. So we asked our customers, our airframe manufacturers, what does good look like? What is most important to you? And our customers, and we were told unanimously that aircraft availability is the most important, and we should strive to have 100% averted missed trips. So what does that mean? An averted missed trip is if there is a problem with an aircraft and an engine, that we're able to have it repaired and back serviceable ready for the next planned trip. And sometimes that can be 1 or 2 days away. So we took that on. 100% averted missed trips is an extremely challenging target. But we took that away and we looked to see how do we deliver on that? What could we do? How do we develop a network that enables us to do it? And we recognize that to really be able to do that, we have to have the ability to have parts, people, lease assets to wherever the aircraft needs to be within 24 hours. And then when you break that down further, there's each step of that 24 hours is measured, and we have targets against every single step. But ultimately, it means that you need to have capability around the world. It's true to say that 60% of our operators are based in North America, but we also know that they all fly all over the world. So we have to have capability globally, and we have to have a 24/7 capability to service them wherever they may be. So we started to build this service network, and with a significant investment, we have a 24/7, 365-day-a-year aircraft availability center. In the Aircraft Availability Center, we have engineers, we have spare parts, order administrators, we have logistics, and we have engineers. And they're there 24/7, 365. We have engineers that look at engine health, so we're monitoring every aircraft as it flies, and we're looking for trends. We have artificial intelligence that monitors and looks for trends and changes in the performance of the engine that could identify a problem in advance so we can proactively respond. But that then enables us to look at the fleet, understand where it flies, and then to build a network so that we can cover an aircraft recovery wherever they may be. So we have, for example, spare parts stores. We have 10 spare parts stores in Singapore, Dubai, Frankfurt, the UK, and JFK, Los Angeles, all across America. So we have spare parts stores that can get parts to wherever a customer may be in the time frame that we have allotted. We have lease engines. We have lease nacelles in those stores as well, so we can get engines and nacelles to our customers as quickly as possible. We have a service center network. We have 85 authorized service centers. And what that means is they're authorized to perform corporate care work on our behalf. And it also means that if a corporate care customer goes to one of our authorized service centers, any billing that relates to the engine flows purely between the service center and ourselves. The customer doesn't have to be concerned about any billing for or payment for any engine work at an authorized service center. So as I say, we have 85 authorized service centers around the world, which is by far the biggest authorized service center network of any manufacturer. We have dedicated on-wing services team. So our on-wing services teams are highly skilled technicians that can do complex, low volume but complex tasks, and they fly all over the world to help with the recovery of aircraft should they need. We have, as I say, 85 of them that are dedicated to business aviation, located in Asia, Middle East, Europe, and across the Americas. And then we also have our engine overhaul capability. We have our own dedicated business aviation MRO shop in Montreal. There's close to 700 people employed there, and we refurbish approximately 220 engines a year in that facility. And we also have a facility in Dahlewitz near Berlin, which looks after the new engines should they have any early life support requirements. So it's low volume, but the newer programs. So it's a extremely large global footprint that we have, and it is enabling us to deliver not quite 100% averted missed trips, but on average around 99, just over 99%. There have been some months where we've achieved 100%, but we are able to rescue an aircraft in 24 hours or less, which is, I would say, considered the best in the world.
Well, thank you for all that information, Andy. I understand that Rolls-Royce has invested more than $1 billion in this corporate care network. And after you described all those changes, now I can see why the number is so high. Can you provide any specific details about aircraft availability and customer experience? How has that $1 billion worth of investment changed the customer experience?
I mean, the $1 billion is, a lot of it is investment into lease assets. So lease engines, we have over 200 lease engines. We have lease nacelles, which are major investments as well. So we have 50, 60 lease nacelles that we have out there. But then also the people, the infrastructure that we have. So that it's all focused on making the customer's life as stress-free as possible. If they have a problem, we have to ensure that we have parts and people in the right place to respond as quickly as possible, to have the right digital capabilities to communicate and make sure that our customers are aware of what we're doing and how we can help them. I mentioned earlier the engine health monitoring. We've invested significantly into that, and we have a new system called the Engine Vibration Health Monitoring Unit that's come out on the Pearl family of engines. That measures something around 10,000 parameters in real time, and we monitor those parameters, and it enables us to be actually identify an issue before it causes a problem. So we can see if a unit is slow to respond. That means it's starting to deteriorate, so we can then remove it before it fails. And so from a customer's perspective, they will never have a flight disruption, potentially with a Pearl engine, because we have that capability. So everything we do is around ensuring that the aircraft availability is there. The second value proposition for a customer is residual value of the aircraft. So our corporate care program is recognized as enhancing the aircraft's residual value. It also provides liquidity. So if you're on corporate care, and especially corporate care enhanced now, our new version, you can sell the aircraft for more and for quicker compared to an aircraft that's not on the program. So we are very much focused in what our business aviation customers want and need, and we meet with them twice a year, and we're always evolving and learning what we can do and how we can do more.
What's the difference between corporate care and corporate care enhanced?
Yeah, no, it's great. Thank you for that question. It's corporate care has been around for around 20 years. It's been recognized as the industry standard. But around 2017, 2018, when we were talking to our customer boards and our advisory councils, they said, well, there's some gaps in coverage. So on some engines, you cover labor. On other engines, you don't cover labor. On some, you cover troubleshooting. And no one covers the nacelle. And we want people to cover the nacelle. There's a big gap there. So we took that feedback away, and we worked with our customers to bridge all the gaps on all our engine programs. We don't provide nacelles for every engine type, but for those that we do, we've now included the nacelle. We have given the nacelle exactly the same coverage as the engine, so unlimited corrosion, unlimited erosion. We now cover troubleshooting, we cover labour, all labour, planned and unplanned. We cover mobile repair team travel. We basically, if we provide it, we cover it under Enhance. So that new program was called Enhance, and we launched that January 2019. We've now sold over 1,500, I think it's close to 1,550 corporate care enhanced contracts, and it's been a huge success. So we're very proud of it. It's I think, the most comprehensive coverage out there, and it's selling extremely well. It's proved to be very popular.
Andy, and of all these things, what really differentiates the corporate care network in your mind? Is it the predictive maintenance or other?
I think there's a couple of differentiators for us. One is that we made the decision, and I believe we're the only ones that have made this decision, to have a standalone business aviation services organization. So we don't support the airlines, we don't support general aviation, we're focused on business aviation. And the reason we did that is that we found that when you mix different types of operations, such as the airlines and the business aviation, there's different demands and different requirements and different expectations. And quite honestly, the airlines do a lot of the work themselves, where in business aviation, they tend to rely on the OEM, and they have very high expectations of what an OEM will deliver. And so we decided to build a team that's dedicated to business aviation. So our on-wing services, as I mentioned, is dedicated. We have customer managers around the world dedicated to business aviation. I'm dedicated to business aviation. You know, my first line, our stores, they're not Rolls-Royce stores, they're Rolls-Royce business aviation stores. So I think the fact that we focus purely on the needs of a business aviation customer with a team that's dedicated to them, then we're able to really deliver the level of service that they're looking for. So I think that's the main differentiator between ours, but I think overall we're very much focused and getting a much stronger understanding of the needs and sensitivities of a business aviation customer, the communication styles, the communication needs, and we can customize our service offerings for their evolving business needs.
Well, that sounds good. Well, Andy, that's all the time we have for today. Really appreciate your time. I've been speaking with Andy Robinson, Senior Vice President, Customers and Services for Business Aviation at Rolls-Royce. Thank you for joining, Andy. And that's it for this Aviation Week Fast Chat.
Thank you.